overview of our first week with Adeline. She's a screamer. What is this? You suddenly think you're tough? Okay, I'm about to give Daisy her second shot of Loot. She had one yesterday right after being bred, and then she'll get one today, 24 hours later. I'm wearing gloves, and I gotta be really careful with this. This is some pretty nasty stuff, really. Like, especially women, do not want to get this on them. It's better if a man can do it, but it makes it work. And I don't know that he would do it anyways. So, I'm wearing gloves just out of an abundance of caution to make sure I don't touch it accidentally. And then this is also an intramuscular shot, which I've only done one other time, like 3 years ago before I even had goats. So, it could be interesting. Thankfully, we have the stanchion now, so I can put her up in here and keep her occupied with grain while I do it, so hopefully that will keep her still. Come on, Daisy. Come on, Daisy. Good girl. Oh, that's lovely. Just gonna poop it right on there. Okay, you need to lift your head a little. After using this stand a few times, we realized we need to make a couple adjustments to this head catch. But for now, all right, I'm gonna put these gloves on. Should have done that probably first, but oh well. Okay, so right in front of the shoulder, get down. Oops. Spine, shoulder, right in this triangle spot here. There's a tiny bubble in here. Let's get that out. Okay. All right. Straight in. Sorry. Pull back. No blood. Squeeze it out. That wasn't bad at all. I like this head catch. It makes my life so much easier. All right. That's all. You don't need any more of this. Oh my goodness, you're such a pig. Good grief. Adeline hadn't finished her grain this morning on the stand, so I just stuck it in there for Daisy to finish to nibble on while I did this, but she just about ate it all. You're such a pig, and you eat so fast. Oops. See? Good thing I had the gloves on, because I totally just touched her where I injected that, and should not do that with bare hands. So, put that up there. All right. That's done and dusted. Lord willing, this will be the trick. She will get pregnant after this, and we'll never have these issues ever again. Here's hoping. The other breeder, she did mention, because I asked her, I was like, is she going to always need this to get pregnant? And she said, no, usually just the one time, and then, after going through pregnancy and birth and everything, it kind of kicks her hormones into gear, and she's able to, do it on her own after that. So much prayer has gone into this goat, this ornery goat that we love so much. So we don't want to have to rehome her. So really, really, really praying that that this does the trick. Because that's not a bridge I want to cross. So let me see if I can remember to give you kind of a overview of our first week with Adeline. We tried really hard to make sure that we kept stress low, and I thought we were going to be super successful at that, but no. Stress is just a thing, I guess, with goats. They don't like change. I don't blame them, neither do I. So those first 3 days, she basically just kind of wandered around on her own, ignoring the other goats. They ignored her. She would go behind the barn and just scream. She's a screamer. Oh my goodness. And she seemed like she wasn't eating a lot. Her rumen wasn't as full in the afternoons as it, ought to have been. And of course also because of the stress, her milk supply went down, which we expected. So I started giving her B-complex shots, which kind of helps to kickstart her rumen, get it going, makes her more hungry, increases her appetite, and also helps to reduce stress. There you go, now I can see them while I talk about them. And I think that was starting to work a little bit. She seemed like maybe she was eating a little bit more. So I started kind of milking her 3 times a day instead of twice a day to hopefully prompt her to produce more. Not surprising, Daisy has to be tied up when I milk so she doesn't steal her food. Surprising, Demelza is now trying to steal. So I apparently need to find another leash or to lock them out. There's no grain up there, Demelza. I moved it. Goober. Hey, girl. And about that time, hello. Don't drink my coffee. This is my coffee. Thank you. About that time, Daisy, or Demelza, back there started being a butt. Hello. And just chasing her off. Chasing her around like crazy, huh? Yeah, she's not very nice to you, is she? What you screaming about? What you screaming about? Oh, now the fighting's finally starting. They hadn't fought at all. But now it might be starting. Are you going to be at the bottom of the totem pole? And here they thought you would be the boss. So much for that, huh? Demelza. What is this? You suddenly think you're tough? You've never been tough a day in your life. She doesn't want to let her in here. It's totally normal for goats to fight when there's a new person because they have to decide who's going to be the boss, what the hierarchy is going to be, kind of like chickens. I honestly was surprised it took this long. I thought the first day they would be fighting. So I'm hoping this is a good sign that Adeline is starting to settle in and feel more at home since they feel the need to decide the hierarchy now, whereas before she was just avoiding them and scared. My goodness. What? Who are you? This is the goat who lets chickens push her around. I expected this from Daisy. I'm honestly surprised to see it from Demelza. You being bad. Let her come in here and eat. Let her come in here to eat. Got her tackle up. She's just being bad. Oh, she made it. Demelza. Hopefully the fighting won't last long. Once they figure out who's going to be on top, they should settle down. She's such a screamer. Come on, Adeline, you're all right. Meanwhile, Daisy's over here just, pigging out, because that's what she does, and she already knows she's the boss, because she's a brat. Goodness. Daisy's making a game of it, I think. Demelza's just being a butt. Well, that's not helping stress levels at all. Daisy's just playing, aren't you? Crazy. What on earth? No, she's not. She's so sweet. You want my coffee, don't you? No, no, no. This is my coffee. This is my coffee. Hi, Demelza. Yeah, you're the butt. You're the troublemaker. So, yeah, Demelza started being a butt to her, chasing her around, headbutting her like crazy, not letting her in the barn. And so, I don't know. Don't you get your muddy feet on me. I chose to believe that that was a good thing because it meant they were kind of developing their spots in the hierarchy. So I don't know if that's true or not, but since then, with milking 3 times a day, her supply was starting to go up a little bit, which I was excited about. One morning I got almost 10 ounces, which is the most I'd gotten since that first night. But then the next day she went into heat, I think, which is, I'm not certain because she's just really a loud goat anyways so far, but I think maybe she was in heat, and so then her production just like tanked. So I'm still milking 3 times a day. She is eating some more, I think. She's not finishing her grain on the stand. I'm giving her exactly the same amount of feed and grain that she was getting before we got her, but she's just not finishing it. So I think, you know, by milking in the afternoon, that also gives her another opportunity to have some grain to help boost that production, keep her calories up, since she's not finishing it at those 2 times. Yeah, so we're just plugging away, keep trying to get her production up. She is eating my pants. This girl here, still chasing her a bit. Not as bad, obviously. You can see they're both standing here in close proximity and not getting beat. Oh, are you gonna sniff her? You gonna be sweet? Oh, that's the first sweet thing I've seen you do, Demelza. She was just sniffing her. Hello. Hello. How are you? You're so sweet. You're so sweet. Oh, I love you both. You're so sweet. Daisy's headbutted her a couple times, but she's mostly just kind of staying out of it. Oh, here we go again. But Adeline is starting to butt back a little bit, which I think is good. So hopefully we're settling in a little bit. I feel like the stress levels out here are definitely a lot less than they were. She still screams a lot. Not as much as those first 2 days, but she's a loud goat. Don't eat my ear. Like every time I leave the pen, she screams. And then sometimes, even when we're not out here, I can hear her screaming. So hopefully that calms down, because I would feel bad for my neighbors if it doesn't. But we're just plugging away. Hoping things calm down soon. And then milk comes up. And that Daisy has settled. It's been 1 week. So she has 2 more weeks before we see if she comes back into heat. Really praying she doesn't. We did give her that lute, so hopefully forcing that ovulation was enough to make it happen this time, because then August 1st she would be due, and then we would have full supply of milk, and then we can get Adeline bred for spring babies and Demelza bred for spring babies. Lord willing, that's the current plan. You need brushed. You look like a sheep with all of this fuzz. Look at that. You're so woolly right now. So much cashmere. Everything's sticking to you. Yuck, yuck, yuck. I ordered you a new brush so we can get all that out. You're so fuzzy. So fuzzy. Look at this sweet girl. How is this sweet girl a bully? Do you believe that? That's hard to believe, isn't it? But she is. She's a butt. She's a butt. Meanwhile, Daisy's just hanging out over there chewing her cud. Minding her own business, enjoying the sunshine. I've been shocked that she's been a neutral party almost this whole time. I think she knows that she's the queen, and nobody's gonna dare contest that.
I don't like stepping I came all the way through here and stepping on mud.
Everybody's being noisy. Demelza's in heat. Adeline might be in heat. And Daisy's just going for a ride. So noisy. Oh my word. What on earth have these goats been up to? They just like completely flipped over that stanchion. We're gonna have to like screw this to the floor or something. This is ridiculous. I mean, what even? Good grief. Pretty sure she and Adeline both are in here right now. Hands over noise. Yes, very noisy, aren't you? Yeah. Very noisy. Yep. Blissful silence. Only the sound of songbirds. This is wonderful. Hello, girls. These two are out of heat and it is so much quieter now. Oh my goodness. They were so loud. Hello. So I'm very, very happy to not hear this. Like Adeline here was screaming for a while because she was, you know, new, out of place, distressed. And then she immediately went into heat, same time as Demelza, and they were both like screaming to beat. They were just so loud. So loud. But now they're out of heat and it's so quiet, which tells me she's feeling more at home. That she tries to go through the fence, so that's an issue. She's totally gonna destroy this fence. That's not good. But she's calm now. I think she's feeling at home. It's been about a week and a half since we got her, and I think she's finally calmed and settled down. She and Demelza still fight a little bit, but not too bad. What you doing, Demelza? They want out. They want to come see what trees are leafing so they can eat them. Good girls. Goober. Yesterday we literally saw her stick her head through one of these holes in the fence and then jump like she was trying to jump through the hole. It was hilarious. Hello.